Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. I was doing some work and I had the Vitali Klitschko Manuel Charr fight on in the background. Now, Vitali Klitschko was awarded a knockout. Our subscribers, for us, it was a great day. But let me just say, the stoppage, absurd. A complete travesty. It literally undid what was turning into an intriguing fight. I know in the paper tomorrow you're going to hear that Manuel Charr was down in the second round. Then Manuel Charr went on to get stopped. Klitschko opened a cut above Charr's eye. Blood started pouring down. The doctor came in and stopped the fight. But let me just say, while Klitschko was winning every round, this was an intriguing fight. Manuel Charr, really, strategy-wise, was trying to make it to the later rounds. That was obvious from the first round, where Charr pretty much gave away the first round, fighting out of a defensive shell. Even the knockdown in the second round really wasn't the kind of knockdown that left Charr disoriented in any way. Now let's talk about the cut. It is true that Klitschko was getting in some jabs and did open a cut legitimately on Charr's eye. But this cut is the kind of garden variety cut that you see in practically every other fight. More importantly, the blood was not draining into Charr's eye. The cut's actually off to the side of Charr's eye, and that's very important because Charr's vision was not impeded in any way, shape, or form. Let me also point out too that, referees and doctors need to be in sync with corners and the pace of the fight. Charr's corner didn't even have an opportunity to work on the cut. Really what the referee should have done before even calling the doctor was allowed the round to conclude, give Charr's corner an opportunity to try to stop the bleeding. And if they couldn't stop the bleeding, and if the cut started to open up and actually started to hurt Charr's vision, then at that point you should call the doctor over to give him a look. But here, it's an absolute farce. Yes, Charr is cut. No, blood's not streaming into his eye. The cut's actually off to the side of his eye. So I was a bit surprised that they stopped the fight. Let me just say, Charr, in my opinion, I'm not saying he would have beaten Vitali Klitschko, but he certainly deserved to, have a real opportunity to challenge for the title. And I thought at times in this fight he was backing up Vitali Klitschko. He had a game plan that involved coming on late in the later rounds. That was obvious. He was still lucid. I mean 100% lucid. This is not a guy who was staggering around the ring. He was still completely coordinated. In my opinion, he was beaten not so much by Vitali Klitschko as by the fight doctor, right? Really, blood's part of the game. I hate to say it, but it's a blood sport. And unless a guy has the kind of cut that Vitali Klitschko had against Lennox Lewis, where you're practically seeing the bone, or unless the blood is streaming into the guy's eye and he can't even see out of the eye, this fight should have continued. Let me point out too that, and I know I'm an OG, but back in the 1970s, you actually had movies like the original Rocky, where Rocky actually asked his corner to cut him because having a cut where the blood drained off his eye was better than having a swollen eye that he couldn't see out of. The implication is that in the 70s at least, blood was part of the game. Here, Manuel Charr has a cut on the side of his eye, right? It's the eyebrow, it's right about here. It's the side of his eye, and some blood is dripping down, but let's just say he's not a bloody mess. he doesn't look like Vito Altafermo, right? He's not a bloody mess. The blood isn't in his eye. His corner might well have been able to have stopped even the bleeding that was happening if they had had a chance to work on the eye. This ref didn't give the corner a chance. This ref didn't give Manuel Charr a chance. Let me also say this too, and I don't say it lightly. You know, in a different generation, Ezzard Charles literally splits open Rocky Marciano's nose. Right? His nose is split open. The referee says to Marciano in between rounds, Rocky, this is the last round I'm giving you. Right? I'm giving you one more round. That's it. And Marciano goes out and closes the show. That's the way the sport was. Now I'm seeing fights like the Paul McCluskey Amir Khan fight and this fight, and I'm wondering what's going on. I mean, gee, you know, at least allow a guy cut on the side of the eyebrow the opportunity to visit with his corner and have his corner work on that cut before you stop the fight. This stoppage was premature. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to give the casino back any money. But understand the over-under on the fight was 6.5 rounds. Here you're in the 4th round. Charr is still 100% coherent, right? Don't buy any storyline that tells you that he got knocked down and was woozy. The guy's not even woozy. In fact, in the round in which they stopped the fight, Charr looks like he's actually pressuring Vitali, right? Let's just say that this was premature. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments for me here online. Visit us at gamblersadvisory.com. Let me also say, too, that Vitali really was a bit open in this fight. He really didn't pay too much attention to defense in this fight. There are times where Charr lunges at him with left hands and Vitali just takes a couple of steps back. Right? Vitali's going to have to tighten up his game if he's going to take on the likes of David Haye. Right? He can't put forth a performance like today and expect to handle faster fighters who use feints and who have knockout power. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments for me here online. Visit us at gamblersadvisory.com. Thanks for watching.